Hi, I'm Callum Copland, co-owner of CD Copland Motors with my wife Diane Copland. This is our project that we took on just before COVID with the idea of moving the motor trade forward and giving equal opportunities. Within the garage, I'm a firm believer that nobody should be any better than anybody else within the place. I like everybody to be trained to the same standards, so we're all working off the same hymn sheet, so to speak, and it's given confidence to everybody within the workplace that we're all equals, regardless male or female. As you'll always see, we do have females working within the workshop as well. It's a big boost for all of us.
So as we see electric vehicles start to dominate the marketplace now, it's really important that we get ahead of the curve and look at how we're supporting the decarbonisation of transport in terms of skills. We were delighted to team up with CD Copland Motors. They were one of the first car garages to get on board and embrace the electric vehicle training. A great example of a traditional business that's forward thinking and looking to future-proof their business.
The engineering department work closely with our employers to identify any skills gaps they may have in their workforce. We then work to design the courses to suit them to depend on what vehicles they're working on. These courses allow our current technicians in the industry to upskill, to learn all about electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles. They enable them to work on them safely before carrying out any relevant repairs.
On the electric side was something I always shied away from, and it was the biggest fear was the electrics side of things and not knowing how to deal with them safely. Obviously getting the opportunity through Dundee and Angus College to actually do the training course was an eye-opener for myself and for two of our staff, and we certainly have no fears now of ever having an electric vehicle in the door on how to deal with them and work on them safely.
So there's no doubt that the world is changing, the transportation sector is changing, and we will have to embrace electric vehicles. And that means that if businesses want to safeguard themselves for the future, they have to start investing in these skills now.
For moving the business forward, it's been an absolutely fantastic opportunity with the fact that now we can do electric, we can do hybrid, yes on the cars, but also on the motorcycles now when they start to come in. It's showing that even a small independent garage like ourselves, there is opportunities there and well worth taking.
Typically when we're speaking to car garages at the moment, they tell us that they don't need to invest in these skills just yet because they're still servicing lots of fuel-powered vehicles. And I understand that it can be really challenging to release staff or pay for training when the market demand is still looking at fuel-powered. But we have to prepare you for the future. You have to prepare yourself for the future. And so whilst you might not be maintaining and servicing lots of electric vehicles right now, it will come, and it is important that you get ahead of that curve.
But Dundee and Angus College has surprised me and went over and beyond from day one, and that's been obviously 3 years we've been dealing with the college, and they've never had any issues with answering any queries I've had. Very helpful, very forthcoming, and at the same time still in contact with the possible future courses with yourselves also. I do recommend any small independent or main dealership to invest in the electric and hybrid training. Very interesting course, very in-depth course, but it certainly puts your minds at ease with working with these vehicles. We may think we know it all within this trade, but this is a serious eye-opener, and it will certainly put myself at ease, my customers at ease, and hopefully future customers and businesses.
We were delighted to be able to support the business to access funding to pay for the training, and we'd encourage any local car garage out there now that if you are thinking about upskilling your workforce and you are a bit concerned about the price that it costs, reach out to the business partnership team. We do have funding available, and we'd be delighted to be able to support you to cover the costs of that training.